Crystal has asked, any advice on how to level up the process of choosing ideas for our novels?
Yeah, I think this is, one of those things that for every writer it's a little different. The first thing like that I would say to do is to make sure you write your ideas down. If you're not doing that already, hopefully you have a journal or something like that. It's always hard to see. It's hard to like angle it the right way, but I could scroll. These are all my story ideas.
Nice.
And I could scroll and I could scroll and I could scroll.
That's a lot of ideas. You better get to work.
I know. I've got only so many years to live, so I got to work on that. But it's one of those things where having a place where all the story ideas are, that's number one. Number two, for me, most cool story ideas, I start with the concept, and then when the character that is supposed to lead us through the story crosses roads with the idea, that's when the story comes to life for me. When I find the right person to walk us into that cool concept. And so that's often where I'm leveling up my story ideas, so to speak. And then one other little level up tip I would say is once you have your main concept, go back through all those other story ideas, right? And see if there's any of them that kind of quietly link together nicely, fall under the umbrella of that bigger concept. I do that with every single story. Once I'm set, once I know I'm telling this story, I go back through my thousands of ideas and I'll at least come away with 5 or 6 of them that nestle nicely into that story and build my world even faster. And so that's one way to level it up.
That's great. Great advice. And that's very sneaky.
Yeah, it's fun. And sometimes those little ideas unlock the bigger idea.
Yeah.
And so you like secretly come up with a thing like that's even better than the initial idea because you looked at what your other brainstorming self did years ago.
Yeah. And I find that not all ideas are full ideas. They're like little snippets, or they're like a character who I've come up with like so many random characters who are not big enough to be a whole story character, but then I throw them in as a side character and they just, liven everything up.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.